All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. What is good? What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic, 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 classic live stream for that ass today. Sincerely hoped everybody is blessed. Sincerely hoped everybody is having a good one. Doc is having a fantastic day. It's been a good one, guys. Can't complain. Life in the Philippines is fantastic. Balls always has and always will be. Another hot day. Loving it, living and loving life. And I hope that you guys are having a good one. Official time check is what? 8:33 in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which makes it about 7:33 in the p.m. Central Time, which makes it about 5:33 in the p.m. for everybody repping that West Coast. And of course, 8:33 in the a.m. Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you are reporting in the world today, thank you, maraming, salamat, salahat, for joining the good doc on this venture tonight, because we are going to have the time of our lives. Shout out to my homeboy Earl Owens in Tacoma, Washington. Much love to you, my G. I see Mr. Pissed Off Driver. I see you guys in the building. Appreciate y'all coming through and showing love to the good doc. If you want to get your shout out, please feel free to hit the comment section, chat box, man. I'll shout you out if I see you there. Definitely interested to hear what you guys got to say about today's topic. Want to give everybody a fair chance to get in before the good doc really gets down. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so. Y'all know how the game goes. What up, Eddie Jackson? Get the likes up when you first come in. Caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It won't sit. It needs it. It most definitely has to have it. Guys want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through. Support him today. Now you're then. If you guys haven't checked out the ebooks, they should be listed in the link in the description area below. If you guys hit me up, let me know, man. Hit me up in the email, Facebook, everything that you need to get in touch with the good doc should be listed in the link in the description area below. Brian K, was good with your family? Sam Juan, yes, gotta pay him to leave. I got a story for that ass. You know, Doc's always gotta get in the story. Y'all gotta just listen. All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Doc's gonna turn it up tonight, I promise. All right. My man Lamont says, I want to know how is Angeles City, Philippines. You know what? If you remind me later on in the chat, we'll have a quick discussion about it. I'll give you my personal opinion about it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will give you their personal opinion as well. I'll run through it a little bit later, but you know, I want to give everybody a fair chance to go in before I go in on this story that I want to share with you guys. Tim H, I see you in the building. Leo, what's good with your family? Happy to be here, man. It's a good Friday evening for my people in the United States of America, which makes it about Saturday morning in good old Philippine time. See my man Curtis in the building. What's going on, family? Appreciate y'all coming through. Just wanted to make sure I give you guys your shout outs when I see you, because I want to get this story out the way, man. I'm really excited about this one. I want to share it. And there's also something that I want to share after this. So anybody who's listening to this particular live stream at a later date, let me go ahead and say it now. I want you to listen to everything that I say in this particular rollout, because I'm going to say some things that may have some people with their face a little twisted. I'm going to tell you right now, there may be something that I say that may make you guys look at Doc like, Doc, what the hell are you talking about? Are you sure about this one? But just let me get to it first. Let me get my story out the way, okay? I feel like everybody who's going to come in is going to come in. Anybody who comes in late, they'll catch the story on the repeat, all right? So damn, I had to pay her just to go away. I had to pay her, literally, just to go away. Now, I want to go ahead and outline the story real quick. I want to tell you a story. If you guys are familiar with the story that I told on my live stream a couple of days ago about dealing with what was that one about the girl, like hygiene and like smile and all of that shit? I forgot the name of that live stream. I am so dumb. That's when you put too much content out, you forget the names of the titles of your own shit. Okay, so in that particular live stream a couple days ago about, you know, dealing with girls and fucked up teeth and shit, I told you a story about how I met a young lady online, you know, met her in Facebook, and her pictures were looking good and shit. She was looking fine as fuck. And I wanted to meet her. You know, basically I tried to meet her based off of a picture. Okay. And I mean, back in the day, like in the early 2000s, about 08, 09, you know, Facebook was just becoming something. I mean, you still had MySpace and Friendster and stuff like that. So same rules applied for this particular story. Met a young lady online, tried my best to get her attention, you know, wrote her a couple times and shit. Finally, she writes me back. she says, Doc, you know, she didn't call me Doc because she didn't know me that. They called me Mike back then. She was like, yeah, we can meet up. That's perfectly fine. I was excited as hell. I mean, I was excited. I mean, she literally looked like the type of girl that I would find myself to be attracted to. Not gonna lie. Back then, I mean, Doc had very low standards. I'm not gonna front, man. I feel bad saying this shit, but I kind of feel like I had super low standards back then when I was younger. And come on now, y'all gotta respect that though. When you're young, when you're like 18 or 19 years old and shit, y'all have super low standards. You probably just fuck anything. I wasn't quite there yet, but I was almost there. All right, so you know, I'm gonna be as candid as humanly possible. So she was cute to me. But again, I mean, as long, you know, it was just that type of story. Okay, so let me go ahead and fast forward a little bit. So we chat back and forth and everything, and she's like, okay, we can meet, right? She was like, but I'm not free until like 8 o'clock in the evening. So I'm like, damn, 8 o'clock, shit. So what am I gonna do between now and 8 o'clock? Because I had nothing to do. You know, I mean, I was out of college. I was probably on summer or some shit like that. So I really had nothing to do. So 8 o'clock came, and I decided to meet her. Okay. Now, when I got to the location where we had agreed to meet, something really happened that really fucked my life up this day. This was when my whole life story changed. Okay, I promise you that. My whole life story and my whole way of thinking changed this particular night. So I met the young lady, and when I saw her, she looked like her picture, but was aged like fucking like 20 years or some shit. So it was like looking at her, but 20 years later, like her picture was probably an old ass picture, right? So I had to make a decision. All right. I had to make a decision. And my decision literally was, I can't do this. In my mind and in my heart and in my soul, I was not in the mood to do it. I was not going to force myself to do it. I was not going to push myself to do it. You know how when you wait for something for a long period of time, you kind of feel like just because you meet up with it or you set it up, it's like, damn, I already did all this work and shit, even though it won't no money paid. But once you put in that time and effort, texting and all of that shit, and if time finally comes and shit, and now you have to make the decision on whether you want to do it or not, and then the decision comes and you kind of feel like you're like, fuck it, I got to do it. I was the complete opposite that night. I was just not in the mood. So at this point, I'm trying to find a way to escape, because if you guys remember in the previous story about the same situation, at least we had something to eat. We went to like Jollibee or like some KFC or some shit. But this particular time, we didn't eat or anything. We didn't do anything. It was just kind of like, look, we gonna try to, handle this. This is gonna be me and you. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. We talked about this, whatever. That was kind of what it was. That was the kind of setup that I had. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, Doc, do you really, really want this? And I said no. Told myself, nah, this ain't what I want. So now I'm in a predicament, because now I got to get rid of her, right? I got to get rid of her. And there's nothing for me to do. Like, I'm like, fuck, man, I got to get rid of her. I want to just walk away and leave. But it was kind of like she wasn't letting me walk away. You know how when you try to walk away from something and they kind of like follow you? It's not really following, but she was kind of walking with you like, oh, can I go with you? Where are you going? This, that, and the other. And I'm like, yo, I'm going home. She's like, why? What happened? What's wrong with me? Or whatever. They ask you these questions, right? And then she hit me with it. She was like, I came on this way to see you and everything like that. My travel distance wasn't nearby or anything like that. And at that moment, it hit me. I'm like, damn, she probably did travel a distance, because she told me where she lived at, and where she lived at was kind of a distance from where we were. I admit wholeheartedly. So at that particular moment in time, I had to make a decision. So I threw her 100 pesos and I told her I'm going. Literally, I didn't hit it. I didn't do anything with it at all. I gave her 100 pesos and I said, I'm going home. I'm going home. Like, that's it. I said, this is all I got on me right now. Here, take it and go. Now, it wasn't a transaction, wasn't anything like that. I literally, and I'm telling you, this title says it all. I literally had to pay her just to go away. I had to pay her to leave. I didn't hit it. We didn't have any sexual contact at all. Nothing like that. I just had to give her money to go away. Now, a lot of people will be like, Doc, why the fuck did you do that, man? You could have just walked away and said, fuck this hoe. As I said before, when she basically, she made an effort to come a distance to come see me. If she lived exactly where she says she lived, and I don't think she had a reason to lie to me about where she lived at, that was a distance away. So I'm like, the least I could do for making her come this way is at least give her some money to go home. Even if I'm not touching it, even if I'm not doing anything with her, I gave her money to go home. All right. So I've kind of come up with this philosophy, and this is where people are probably gonna, this is probably going to put somebody's face in the air. All right. If you guys are ready to hear what I got to say, go ahead and press 1. I got to make sure you people are here. Press 1 if you guys are going to hear the shocker of 2019 of this year, because you would probably never hear the doc say anything like this. But if you're ready for it, press 1. I'm gonna wait for the ones to come in so I can hear it before I say what I got to say. I'm gonna get my shout outs real quick. Thank you guys for coming through. I see my man 010. What's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through. Rain Man, I see you in the building, family. I see Jason Harris, my man Charlie Sullivan, Chaz. I see you guys. All right. But if you guys are ready to hear this shit, let me tell you what the doc believes. And this is me. This is something that I've really felt is actually something that's real talk. Even if they don't ask, I think that you should give them something. All right. Now that shit may sound a little fucked up and it sounds a little weird. Even if they don't ask you for money, I think that you should give them something. Now, I want you to give me a chance to explain this before you start jumping the gun and thinking Doc done lost his mind, okay? Before you start jumping the gun, let me explain what I mean by this, all right? Even if they don't ask you for money, I think that you should give them something. I'm not saying a lot, but give them something. I feel like this goes against the natural principle or the natural fucking phenomenon of things, but I feel like you should give them money even if they don't ask. Now, this situation is particularly based on if you guys have hooked up or if you guys have been together or if you guys are considering being together or something like that. Even if they don't ask you for something, I think you should give them something. All right. Like I said before, Filipinos are shy. Your average Filipina, not your prostitute, not your ladies of the evening, not those types of ladies, but your average Filipina is very, very shy. So they may not want to ask you for something, but they need it. They need it. All right. Even if they don't ask, I kind of feel like deep down in my loins, they need it. All right. Especially if they prepare to travel to meet with you. You know, they may be coming from wherever they're coming from. They are likely traveling with just enough money to see you. If you're meeting them in person, just enough money to see you. So if they give you a little bit, I think you know what I'm putting down. If they give you a little bit, then I think you should give them a little bit too. No harm, no foul. Even if they don't ask, because your average Filipino won't ask. And just because they don't ask, it doesn't mean that they don't need it. They just don't want to come off as the preconceived notions that your average foreigner has about Filipinas. You understand? They don't want to come off as the, oh, Filipinos are scammers. Oh, they just want money out of you and all of this shit. They don't want to come off like that. So they are shy to ask for it. They will not ask. That's why when they, like, for example, let's say, for example, everything's going well. Everything is popping. You guys are having a great conversation. You guys are having a great time together. Only after you guys hook up, then she might ask you, like, damn, yo, did she only do this for the money? That's when you start to question the whole entire situation. But I don't think that you should question the whole entire situation. I think that from that particular instance, you have to think she may actually need this. Yes, you guys went to a movie. Yes, you guys had dinner and all of that shit. Yes, you guys had a good time together. And there was probably no thought or no talk of money. But then she asked for it in the end. It could mean that she needs it for something. So even if they don't ask, I feel like before it even gets that far, you should give them something. I think it's in your best interest to just offer up. I say a little bit, though. No more than, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how much to offer up because that's your prerogative. That's your thing that you're going to do what you're going to do. Okay. So again, I know this may have some people thinking Doc done lost his mind, but I want you to understand, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why I think that you should give, okay? Because these are some situations that could possibly happen in the Philippines, okay? This is why I'm telling you this. Even if they don't ask, just give them something. I'm not saying a lot of something, just a little bit of something. But, let me get to this real quick. I have known that if you go to be alone with a Filipina, let's say, for example, you are, going to the short time hotel rooms, okay? You're going to the short time hotel or whatever, and you guys are, getting together. Maybe you kick it for like, you buy the room for 24 hours. Maybe you buy it for like 3 hours. Maybe you buy it for half a day, 12 hours or whatever. So you guys check in together. All right. but you end up leaving her alone in the room by herself. Maybe she decides that instead of checking out, she wants to be able to lay around for a little bit. Doesn't really bother you because you've already paid for the room. So if she needs a place to lay down or she doesn't feel like going home immediately, which is how much women probably would. Sam Juan, I'm not sure if I would answer that question, but I will tell you the answer probably in an email. If I don't talk about it in this video or this live stream, I'll tell you. If you email me the question, I'll tell you how much I would give and I'll explain to you why. But yeah, if you check into the room with these young ladies, but for example, she ends up staying and you want to leave or you want to go about your business, you don't feel like staying, the hotel lobby where you guys checked in at, if you're not checking out or giving them the key, what they will do is they will literally call the room. They will call the room where the girl is just to make sure that girl is okay or just to make sure that it's okay for you to leave. I promise you this. I've heard people tell me this. You go to a short time hotel room, no matter how long you stay, if you leave that girl in a room by herself and you're walking out alone, the hotel lobby will call, before they will allow you to leave, they will call the hotel room and they will ask the girl, are you okay? Or is it okay that this guy leaves? And because I guess they're checking on the safety of the young lady. And I respect that. That's cool. I mean, you check in together, but only one of y'all check it out. Sounds like a fucking beginning of a horror movie, right? So I understand why they call and check. So I'm not against that. But that shit does happen. And let me tell you why that this is important. And I've heard this happen. The reason why I feel like even if they don't ask, you should give a little something, is the last thing that you want to happen to you is for a woman to call out rape or something on your behalf. Now, there have been situations that I've heard of that have ended pretty bad. Let's say you guys agreed on something, things don't go right. That girl says that you raped her or some shit like that. It's your word as a foreigner against the Filipina. That is your word against a Filipina. Your word as a foreigner man against the Filipina. So I kind of feel like if you give them something, even if it's not a lot, I got a number in my head that I offer up off the gate because that's just my number. I mean, I'm going to keep that one to myself because everybody's number is different. But if that's the case, if that was the way the situation is going to unfold and fall out, you have to give them something. I feel like you give them something to avoid being called out for any type of malicious intent on any substance. I mean, even if it was casual sex, even if it was something that you did together, that girl asks you for money and then you say no to her, or if she says she needs it for something, but you're like, nah, fuck you, whatever, and you want to be a dick about it, even though you just hooked up with her, it could put you in a bad situation. Could. Not likely will, but it could. And the last thing that you want is for some girl to call you out on some damn bogus ass rape charge or some, oh, you assaulted me bullshit charge, okay? I think you pay the money to avoid having this shit happen. A lot of people will probably think Doc done lost his mind, but I'm telling you, this shit right here is legit shit. I promise you, this is the way it needs to be. I'm not saying that you have to give up your whole damn wallet. I'm not saying that you have to blow a check on the bitch. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you have to give a little bit, even if they don't ask. Just be like, here, babe, I wanted to make sure you have money for a taxi cab. I just wanted to make sure you have some money to get home. Even if that's all it's for, that ain't going to cost you a lot. You're like, I just want to make sure you have a little bit. Is this okay? Just say like, look, this is what I got right now. Is this okay? Or you just give them a stack of money. Probably a stack of 20s. Give a stack of 20s, make it look like a lot of money. I would give a stack of 20s and put 100 on the outside, make it look like you balling and shit, but probably like 300 pesos or some shit. Just to be funny, but for safety's sake, like Hazel says, how you doing, baby? You have to be careful. I remember, I'm going to be honest with you. You want to know the truth? You want to know where this came from? I got into an argument with my father over this shit a long time ago. This is where this comes from. I got into an argument with my dad because I hooked up with a girl a long time ago. I love my lady now, don't get it twisted, but a long time ago it happened, and he was asking me, how much did you give her? I said nothing. He was like, why the fuck did you do that? And we really got into an argument over it. We got into a disagreement about it. It wasn't anything dramatic. Like, I wasn't fussing at my father, but I had the conversation with him and he explained to me why this needs to be this way. And I was like, yeah, in hindsight, the last thing you want is a bogus charge on you. Yeah, you can fight the charge. I mean, you can beat it, but at the end of the day, why do you want to go through that headache in the first place? You feel me? Why would you, as a man, foreigner, or not want to go through that situation in the first place? So even if they don't ask, feel me on this one, even if they don't ask, just give them a little bit anyways. I ended up paying a girl to get the fuck away from me. I had to, because she traveled to come see me and I flaked. It was my fault. It wasn't like we hooked up or we were about to hook up and she caved. If it was her fault that we didn't do anything, then that's on her. Like, that's her. Like, look, we didn't do it. We agreed upon. So why the fuck you asking? So, you know, in hindsight, if I flaked, I kind of feel like it's my responsibility to, pay for the fare. Again, she only rode a Jeep. So, I mean, I threw her 100 and I called it a day, which is why I do honestly believe to the wholehearted of my core that this is the way that it should be. Now, again, a lot of people may have some shifty thought process about the doc, like, doc, you done lost your mind and shit. But I'm telling you this. If this girl is not your girlfriend, if she is not somebody that you're claiming to be with for any reason, don't be surprised if she asks you for money. But if she doesn't ask you for something, just literally give her a little bit to make sure she gets home safe. What's wrong with that? It ain't nothing wrong with making sure your girl get home safe. She did actually give it up to you. This would probably be the only reason that you would do this, or this is somebody you really genuinely care about, even if you haven't already hooked up with her. But I'm just saying, in hindsight, ladies and gentlemen, this is the way this has to be. Y'all, some people might think I'm crazy. I told you this thought process or my line of thinking may not align with the way you think. Everybody is entitled to an opinion. I have no problem with your opinion. I am here to open the topic of how you feel about it. That is the reason why we do live streams, ladies and gentlemen. That is why the good doc is as good as he is at this shit. Because I give you the shit and I let the floor have it. You know what I'm saying? I give you guys the floor so that you can understand where I'm coming from, and I want to understand where you coming from. And a lot of people be like, doc, I don't give them shit, man. I just blow they back out, or I just fuck them and I leave them and shit. Whatever. It doesn't always have to be that way. I just think for safety purposes only, you should give them a little bit, even if they don't ask. A lot of people may think I'm crazy. I think I'm probably about as legit in my assessment as humanly possible. But a lot of people may have other false views about it, and that's perfectly fine. I see we got about 31 watching. I appreciate all 31 of you coming through and showing love to the good doc. Please make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. I'm going to give you a minute to do it. I'm going to give you a minute to do it. I'm going to go quiet. I'm going to go dark for about 5 seconds so that you guys can caress that like button a little bit. Then after I come back, we'll pick up and give our shout outs to the people in the chat. For those that want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through, spend just a little bit of time with him today. Now you're on den. All right, take this 5 seconds to get the likes up. Y'all know I can see y'all, right? Y'all know I can see y'all. So even if you don't, I can see the likes because I can view it on this StreamYard shit. Shout out to StreamYard. StreamYard is actually working out for me very well, to be honest. So I got my shit up so I can see the chat and I can see the likes. I got 11 likes, bruh. Y'all tripping. Come on, man. Likes are free. I mean, even if you can't donate, even if you can't do anything like that, at least get the likes up for the doc. Come on, baby. We got 27 watching. I got 13 likes. What's really good? All right, let me get my shout outs real quick. I know I shouted out my boy Sam Juan. Appreciate you, my boy Lamont Taylor. You asked me about Angeles City, and I promised you I would get back to that. My honest opinion about Angeles City or Angeles City, I'll put it to you like this. I think as a first timer to the country, it's good to go there to get it out the way. That's it. Go there, have your fun, your shits and giggles, get your kicks, get it out of the way, get it out of your system so that you never have to go there again. Okay? That's my personal opinion. It's a fun place to be. I mean, women everywhere, you can have your pick of the litter. There's a bunch of bars and all of that good stuff that you can partake in. I don't encourage or condone the attitude or the idea of going there, but I don't want to get mad at you for doing it because you're a grown-ass man. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. So get it out the way. Have your fun with it. I think it's a rite of passage. I don't know why I feel this way, but Angeles City to me, or whatever you want to call it, it's like a rite of passage. Like you got to go there just to get it out your system. It's like whenever you touch down, man, go ahead and go to AC, get it out your way, see what it's like, get your feel for it. you know, it's gonna be an addictive place. So you gotta know when to say no. You gotta know when to let it go. All right. But yeah, man, Lamont, that's my personal opinion on the good old AC. I mean, bars galore. There's a lot. AC has a lot to offer other than the bars, but that's pretty much all anybody ever talks about. So, Walking Street. I mean, Angeles City is a whole lot bigger than just Walking Street, but that's all you'll ever hear about. So, do your thing, have your fun, bust your nuts, then go do something productive with your life. Give it about 3 days to 5 days. Give yourself a solid week. You know, blow some backs out if that's what you want to do. Then go on about your business, bro. All right. Tim H, I see you in the building, man. Appreciate you coming through. My boy Leo in the building. I got Curtis, I got Chaz, I got my boy Jason. Jason says, I met a few in the short time here, and I noticed the photos are nice, but in person, a different situation. Now I have the Skype or video chat. Yes. Oh shit, man. You better make sure that you see what they look like before you meet them, because again, this was before Skype and all of that shit was popular. I had to just go off of pictures. I think that's pretty much the best way for me to describe it. I had to go on pictures. That was all I had. So at that time, it was just, look, man, you either take their word for it or not. And I lost 100 pesos in the process. I lost $2 and I was mad. Oh, I was pissed. I almost cried. But yeah, man, you got to make sure that you got to make sure the carpets match the drapes. No, that's not the right way to say it. My bad. You have to make sure the pictures match the reality, because with all the filters and all of that extra shit. One thing that I hate the most, though, I'm be honest with you. One thing that I hate the most about girls nowadays, I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. Girls know angles. Okay. When it comes to pictures, these girls know how to find their angles, ladies and gentlemen. And when I mean they find their angles, they find their best points and they exploit the shit out of it. You could be looking at a girl, look like she got a nice pair of titties on her. I'm sorry, ladies, don't take it the wrong way, but she's very top heavy, or she may look a certain kind of way and everything like that. Problem is, when you see her in person, you know, the angle, right? It was right there in the chest area and shit. It was in the chest area and whatnot, so it made it like pop out a little bit. Then when you see her in person, you didn't see all that gut that was underneath them titties, so you kind of like, damn, bitch, how you do me like that, bro? You kind of feel bad. I kind of feel misled if you do me like that. Like, you see all them, you know, you see the nice rack and shit, you all excited and shit, and then you don't see all that gut that's underneath them titties, so you kind of like, damn, bitch, why you do me like that? Ladies, no disrespect. I mean, I like my girls thick. I'm good to go. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, you don't have to lie to me. I would rather know what I'm getting myself into. I want to know if it's gonna be the mother load, or if I'm gonna have to put in some extra work. I'll be gonna have to burn some calories, baby. I need to know in advance. Don't do it like that. Okay, my bad. But Jason, I feel you, brother, and I hope that your time in Manila or wherever you are in the Philippines is going well, my G. Rain, man, I shouted you. I appreciate you. You know, Dr. Mike is all about the Robust. Shout out to the Team Robust crew. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the Team Robust crew. See you in the building. My man Mr. Driver says, why do they think you're not going to notice the 20 extra years? You know what? That's $1,000,000 question. Mr. Pissed Off Bus Driver, I hope you're in the building, because I want to tell you this to your face. I wish that I could tell you this to your face. Okay? Let me be honest with you. It's not that they don't think that you will notice the 20 extra years when you see them in person. I kind of feel that they feel like you're not gonna flake if you have to go through all of this shit to actually get to her. They don't think that you're willing to walk away from it. They're like I told you, like I have the struggle. Literally, I sat there. Do I really want this? Yes or no? I have those conversations with myself all the time. I put in all this effort, all of this text time. I'm here now. Do I just want to knock it out and be done with it? Or am I willing to walk away and let it go? When you're questioning yourself like that, sometimes you just might do it. Sometimes you just might. Again, 18, 19-year-old kid, man, I was going to... Damn. I'm not going to talk about myself when I was younger, but if you remember what you were like when you were 18 years old, and how you kind of felt like, you know, coming to, well, I'm sorry, I put it, shit. Okay, let me explain it to you like this, because it's kind of funny, but I'm going to be real with you. Okay, imagine me being 18, 19 years old, okay? First time, actually, I came to the Philippines when I was 17, my junior year of high school. First time I ever came, junior year of high school. But imagine that feeling, but when you're grown, right? So it's kind of like you want to make up for lost time. All that all the ass you could possibly get, you gotta want to try to go for it because hell, you're in the Philippines and you want to live it up. And that doesn't matter what age you are. But imagine, your testosterone or whatever you call it, what do they call it? Yeah, testosterone or whatever is functioning at a high level when you're really, really young. Yeah. That was kind of what it was for me. So for me to say no to a piece of ass, you really had to be like just not good. Not good. I was always safe, man. Protect yourself. Safe sex, people. Safe magnums, people. Make sure you got the gold pack, huh? The XLs and shit. But you gotta be safe about it. But I'm just saying, man, back then it was really hard to turn it down when you were a young kid and you were just trying to make up for lost time. I mean, you were a young kid in Disneyland, and that was pretty much all it was for me. So that was the reason why, even though she was 20 years older, she probably felt like if you came all this way to see her, you were likely not to flake. That was pretty much what it was. All right. So I think I explained that. Shout out to the homie Dante Will. See you in the building, family. I see my ones. I got you. My man Raphael. I'm sorry, brother. And then Ms. Hemi. Appreciate you coming through. Dante, you gonna be over here in the great Philippines. What part? Sorry, man. What part of the Philippines you gonna be in? Curtis Usher, yes, Doc is all about the real talk. No need for a video. I don't want y'all to see my face. I told you, man, Doc didn't get his beauty sleep. That's the only reason y'all never see me on video. When Doc don't get his beauty sleep, it's a rough one. So I wake up looking all fucked up and shit. So I would rather you listen to my words than worry about what I'm looking like. Y'all be like, damn, Doc, do you look like you don't get enough sleep, do you? I'm telling you, man, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm shuffling. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up for the good Doc, all right? Don't play with that like button. I can see my numbers now, so y'all better go and get now. Don't play with me. I see 27 in. I got 20 watching, which is actually pretty dope. Appreciate y'all coming through on that. But y'all make sure y'all take care of that, man. Y'all make sure y'all take care of that. My man Hemi says, yep, Dr. Mike, because you don't want a girl coming at you later. See, Heminger is actually talking some truth. I'm glad you with me, bro. He says it also changes their psychology because they can't think you one up them. Perfect. See, I'm not dumb. For once, I finally feel like I don't want people to get their face all turned up because Doc is telling you to give money to women and shit for no reason. Because it's never just for no reason. It is for your sanctity, and for your peace of mind. All right? Understand that. It is literally for your peace of mind. There may be some people that be like, man, fuck that, man. No. I know I'm going to have them. I'm waiting for it in the comment section. I'm waiting for you. I want you to know that I know you're going to give it to me. I want you to know that I'm expecting it because a lot of people don't understand the philosophy or the reasoning behind it. I hope my explanation was good enough for you, but if it's not, so be it. You run that risk if you want to. I'm not asking you to give a lot. I just mean give her just enough. Make sure she got some money to go home. If you didn't feed her, put a little money on her, put a little money on her commissary so she could put a little food in her stomach. Ain't nothing but 100 pesos to go get you a nice little Jollibee meal. She can knock out a Yum Burger with cheese and a small drink and a fry only cost you about what, 70, 80 pesos or some shit like that, huh? Get you a Yum Burger, get that what's that shit? The burger with the gravy and shit. I think that's only 50 pesos, man. So yeah, baby girl will be fine with a note. Little 100 pesos, man, just enough to put a little food on her stomach, so at least she know you care about it. Just say, baby, I just wanted to make sure that you could eat because we can't eat together. I just want to make sure you got enough to get home. Normally I would give them enough to take a taxi, even though damn well they're not gonna take no taxi. They gonna ride their ass on a Jeep because that's what they do. So you give them enough to take taxi money, but normally if a taxi was like 200, they probably get on the Jeep for about 15, maybe 50 pesos max, 50, and they going about their business and pocket the other 150. But at least she got a little money in her pocket. It ain't a lot, but it was enough to make sure that she was good to go. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. Just enough to make sure she is good to go. Not enough to break the bank, just enough to make sure she's all right. Now, if she asks you, then that's a little bit different. Then you gotta, kind of figure out how that's gonna work when she asks for an amount. If you can afford it, drop it. If it's something that's pretty outlandish, you'd be like, yo, baby, all I got is this right now. If I can, I'll cover you later on, whatever. You come up with whatever excuse you want to, and then probably never see her again. But you know how the game goes. Anyway, Doc just spitting that truth. What else can I say? Oh yeah. But that other girl, the girl that was the topic of why I even made this fucking video, the girl that I met that put on 20 extra years and didn't tell me, I had to make up a ton of excuses of why I couldn't see her again until she stopped trying. I mean, I wasn't rude to her. I couldn't be rude to her. I was just like, you know what? I've been busy now. I'm back in school or some shit. Whatever I could to, basically convince her from stop asking me. I mean, I just had to make up excuses. You know, Doc has a heart, man. I'm not a rude guy. I'm not a mean person. I can't just tell a girl. And this is the thing. Shout out to my man 010. Much love to your family. The thing about me, though, honestly, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm really a decent dude. Okay, I'm really a decent guy. I mean, I'm not trying to big myself up, but I think I'm okay. The thing about me is I'm not rude, yo. I find it hard to be rude to girls. And you want to know why I find it so hard to be rude to girls? And this is the truth. I'm going to tell you my whole philosophy. Y'all can agree with this shit or not. But the reason that I'm not mean to girls is this. Even if she's not my type, all right? Even if she's not something that I could consider somebody that I would even remotely want to be with at any time in my life, what I feel is this: she may be cute one day, or she may be cute enough one day where I'm like, you know what? God damn it, I need this. Okay. So I never want to be rude enough to shun them, just in case I need that one down the line. You know, I want to put that one in my back pocket. That was how I felt when I was younger. I was like, I'll never say fuck off or be rude to them, because I never know what I might need her. Maybe one day down the line, she may actually be cute one day. No disrespect, ladies. But I'm just saying, I was like, yo, I can't be mean to her because I might need her down the line. Have you ever had that feeling, gentlemen? Like, you just put a girl in the back pocket. Like, there's a girl you be talking to. I don't care if it's in the US, Philippines, or whatever. You have a girl in your back pocket. And that's no disrespect to you, ladies. I mean, again, I'll never be rude to y'all because, you know, because Doc really does have a genuinely nice heart. No big up on myself and shit. But, you know, I kind of felt like that would just be rude if I just like said, nah, I don't want you anymore. I don't like you. I don't think you're cute. Because when you do become my type, and one day you might actually do, I'm gonna eat my words. You feel me? And I don't want to have to eat my own damn words. That's kind of how the game goes, man. You know, so that was just my thought process when I was younger. I'm like, I need to keep a good rapport. There you go. That's the words I'm looking for. I keep a good rapport with women on all levels, because you never know. You never know when I'm gonna need you. You know, even if it's not sexual, even if it's just a plutonic thing, I never know when I'm gonna need you. I might need you to do me a favor. Okay. I'd be like, baby, you know what? I need you to take care of something for me. I can't do it myself. You know, I'm the foreigner, and you know how they look at me, whatever. I might need you to do something for me down the line. So I was never rude to any chick for any reason at all. You know, and I still find it hard, even even if like girls who are not aware that I am currently taken or something like that, I find it kind of hard to turn them down. Most of them know, but some of them I'd be like, yeah, I kind of feel like I'm breaking their heart, and that's not a big up on anybody. It's just, you know, shit. You just hate to be rude. Okay, that's my whole philosophy. I can't be rude to women. Now the dudes, I'd be like, man, get the fuck out my face. I don't care. A lot of the dudes, man, they just going about your business, because I'm not like, I don't want people bothering me, like asking me for money and shit, because that's kind of how the game goes. But anyway, that was my thought process and my philosophy as I got older. Okay. Now let me run back these these questions. I'm sorry, guys. I go on my spiel and I lose what's going on. All right, let me go ahead. Shit. Okay, Hemi, I got you. He said you basically are setting the tone that it was pay for play in their mind, even if it wasn't. See, Hemi, I'm glad that you are making sense, because maybe people don't understand what I'm talking about. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. I see we got 28 watching, 22 likes. Appreciate that. That's good. Let's go ahead and get these likes up. Y'all take care of that for the doc when you come in. My man Sam Wand asked me how much would I give. I think I've given you an example that could possibly work. You could take that one how you want to. Hey, appreciate you. She says that is correct, Dr. Mike. That's also a way to stop them from thinking about asking more than you are capable or willing to give. Thank you. That is so absolutely correct. You are really you are team Dr. Mike tonight, and I appreciate that shit, because that's pretty much what it is. I'm giving you what I'm capable or willing to give you. This is my number. Like, look, this is what I got right now. This is what I'm going to give you. So they don't get out of pocket. They don't ask for more. They don't try to get greedy. You give them what you can afford to give. If you beat them to the punch, I'll tell you this. If you beat them to the punch, or you beat them before they ask you for it, if you give them something before they ask for it, it puts them in a tough spot. Because at that particular moment, they'll either be forced to ask you for more than what they're needing, or they'll just take what you give them and they just go on about their business. They won't say nothing. So you can't say that you didn't take care of her. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can't sit there and say, oh, well, yeah, he didn't do this for me, he didn't do that for me. No, you did do that. You took care of her. You made sure she was good to go, right? So the game goes the exact same way. Beat them to the punch, you'll be good to go. It's hard for them to dispute that or hard for them to say anything against you. It may not have been what they wanted. It may not have been what they thought that they were going to get, but you took care of it. You know what I'm saying? She can't say that you didn't take care of her. She may think you cheap. I've had a lot of situations where girls call me cheap or they call me what's my favorite Filipino word? Damn, what is the word? Damn it. I've been called this so many times. I just forgot the word. I'm sorry. Somebody who speaks Filipino. What's the cheap word for cheap? What is the word for cheap? I need it. Come on. Y'all got to beat me to the punch before I get it because I'm trying to get it. Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. Fuck. Come on, guys. I need it. A word for cheap in the Philippines. Filipino word for cheap. Damn, I wish my girl was here next to me. She would tell me. Fuck. Shit. It's curry pot. There you go. Thank you, Melissa. It is curry pot or curry pot. Yeah. There you go. God damn it. They used to call me Mr. Curry Pot back in the day. It's so that was my name. That was my name because if they didn't like me, that's what they called me. And I'm good, baby. I'm willing to take that one. But El Ghost, man, he said that sounds like a bloody bathtub scene. Yeah, it does, man. I'm telling you, if you walking out by yourself and they ask you where your partner is, yeah, that sounds like the beginning of a bad story. But it is for their safety, and I mean, I'm willing to take it. You feel me? It is what it is. All right. My man Elgo says it sounds like this is playing with the third rail. What stops the women from doing a full shakedown? My uncle is the barangay captain. Now let's go into the nearest ATM machine. It's okay if her uncle's the nearest. If her uncle's a barangay captain, because he don't know what barangay I live in. 9 times out of 10, I promise you, it is in your best interest never to give your full name. You can give them your first name because how many people in the world are named Michael? You know, there's a lot of Michaels in this world. So I don't care if you know my first name, but I'd rather change it up on you, make it a little funny. We're going to play a game or some shit. You know what I mean? So I don't care. My man, Channel 19, I see you. Earl Owens, I see you guys. Hayesville. Okay, I got you. She says the thing is sometimes women will feel offended after a hotel escapade. You will give them money. The woman like this is looking for a relationship that would hurt her feelings. Yeah. Okay. You're right. That is absolutely correct. See, here's how I would do it, okay? Because I think that you guys missed the whole entire scene. I think you guys missed out on what I said, and I think that in my explanation, I wasn't extremely clear. So let me put it to you like this. I would probably ask her first, does she need anything? Like, you know, do you need, like, I do. I asked first. And if I didn't mention that, that is a complete oversight on myself. I apologize because this is information that I'm trying to make full in its entirety. And sometimes I do fuck up. Okay. I don't mind asking her if she needs anything. She has every right to say no. Now, if I ask her, does she need something? And she tells me no, I will still try to tell her, you know what? I just want to make sure you get home safe. That's what I'm doing it for. I just want to make sure you get home safe. That's all this is for. This isn't for anything about what we did or anything like that. You got to make sure that you don't come off as if you're paying her for the activity that you guys previously partook in. All right. So I kind of feel like you have to at least give them the opportunity to take it. Now, if she don't take it when I offer one time, I'll be like, are you sure? No, I'm okay. I don't ask more than that. You get 2 times from me. There is no third time's the charm. If I ask you twice and I say, are you sure? And your ass say no, then I'm putting that money back in my pocket and we're going to keep it moving. If you good, then you good. You understand? I'm not going to force it on you because then that's a bit rude. That's true. Again, the topic is, even if they don't ask, you know, give them a little, or I should say at least try to give them a little bit. If they don't take it, that's on them. That's when you realize that this may be a different type of situation, okay? Best way to put it. Hazel, appreciate you doing that one for me, baby. That was absolutely on point. Because you never want them to feel as if they're like prostitutish. That's kind of fucked up. You're right. 100%. That was my oversight. If I missed that one, I apologize. But that would definitely be the best way to do it. Angeles City is always the best place to go to scratch an itch. True that. But yes, Earl Owens, them filters be making these pictures look a little rough for me. Like, I've seen some girl put on a filter. You thought that she had very, very flawless skin. You come and see her in her face, and she's got a face full of acne. You be like, damn, bitch, look like craters on your face, baby. What the hell happened to you? Like, you was looking a whole lot different than we was now. But yeah, you know how the game goes. Hemi says even those face angles, they know the right ones. Yes, they do. Those face angles are nothing to fuck with, man. Nothing to fuck with. That's why I don't like girls who take pictures with filters. They can't really filter a face chat, so I do recommend that now. That is an option, yes, please do that. Back then, you kind of had to flip a coin, and you had a 50-50 chance of her looking exactly like she looked at a picture. You had at least a 50-50 chance back then. Now you probably that percentage is a little bit lower now. Probably like it ain't 50-50 no more. There's probably a 60-40 that she doesn't look like her picture with all the filters or apps that they can filterize their face with. Yeah, probably not anymore. My man Tim says if there is a he said there is a thin line between jail and freedom. 20 US converted in peace of mind. Take her to a good breakfast and smooth operation. True. Make sure that everything goes smoothly. Never end it on a bad note. I promise you. The last thing you want to do is end this on a bad note. Oh, please don't end it on a bad note. Don't argue with her or anything like that because you don't want to give them any ammunition. Most girls don't think like this, but I'll be damned if the one that you want to hook up with actually thinks like this. Now what? Now you in a position that's got you pretty fucked up. All right. And I don't want that to happen to you guys. That's why I'm giving you this live stream. My man San Juan says, rumor has it that the new mayor of Angeles City is shutting down all that shit. They're even talking about running sting ops to catch sex pads buying prostitutes. I don't know if it's actually happening. You know what? Shout out to my boy. God dang it. Who damn it. He is gonna be mad at me for not he sent me the link that old boy did a video on this about the crackdown. And I explained it to him simply like this. The crackdown, in my personal opinion, the crackdown is happening on the bars in Angeles City that are not paying their dues. Okay? The crackdown is happening on the bars that are not paying their dues. If you not paying your taxes right, you not putting that money in the government fund, if you not paying your fee to operate, yeah, they gonna crack down on you, bruh. If you ain't got your proper paperwork, if you ain't do your thing, then yeah, they gonna come after your ass. If you paying your dues, they gonna leave you alone. That's what I will tell you. If you pay your dues, you will be left alone. Yeah, the crackdowns and the stings and the buying of prostitution and all that shit, it's a high probability. It may or may not happen, but I think that because of how big of a business that is for the city of Angeles, I think that they're willing to quote unquote let a few things slide. They may not be as heavy. I think they want to, put people on their toes. Remember how they're talking about doing the drug testing for all of their workers now? And I think that's becoming a governmental thing where they're doing the testing for employees for drugs and all that shit. I kind of feel like they want to implement all of this simply because they want to make it look as if they're doing their jobs. And they may have to there may be a couple of sacrificial lambs, couple of businesses that may have to bite the bullet and get shut down just to make sure it looks like they're doing their job. But the people that are paying their motherfucking dues on time are definitely allowed to stay in operation. They're not going to shut down all of Walking Street. That's kind of impossible. Not right now it is. I mean, right now it's probably not going to happen, but who knows what it could be in the years to come. Okay, who knows what it will be in the years to come. But I'm just telling you, man, I don't think that they're going to knock it out completely just yet. Not yet. My man 010 says, problem is some people get hooked in Angeles City. Yeah, there is no such thing as a one and done. I like to encourage the one and done, but that just doesn't happen. Everybody goes back 3 or 4 or 5, 10 times. Everybody I know now doesn't even bother to stay in Manila. They get on their little grab. They get their grab and go straight to AC. And I'm kind of disappointed in you. I'm not mad at you because I know why you go. I'm not mad at you because you're going to do what you're going to do. Everybody I talk to is a grown-ass man willing to make their own decisions in life. And I'm not here to tell you otherwise. I'm just telling you there are so many other areas in the Philippines that you can go to partake in those same activities, and you don't even have to pay as much. But a lot of people don't know that game. They kind of want to just do it because Angeles is like captivating. It's the lights. It's the city. Even though it's a small-ass city, the city lights, and they're attracted to it. And all that comes with the city lights. You know how the game goes. I'm not mad. You don't get mad, get glad, but do what you're gonna do, but do it at your own risk and do it at your own pace, man. It's just you gotta be careful, man. Like my man Sam Juan, you gotta be careful. He said they're already kicking out freelancers in certain places. All right. My man Daniel Tanner, what's good with you, man? I know I'm shouting you guys out late. I'm running through this number. Just give me a minute. Elgo says that's like when you ask specifically about a dress size and other particulars, and they claim they don't know what the size bra they are wearing. I've done that before. I'm not gonna lie. I've done that. That was my go-to question. Okay, this is truth. This is truth. I did the exact same thing, and I am so guilty of this, and I'm not even ashamed to say it. When you're young, you do a lot of things to get the answers that you want to hear, okay? Now, I used to ask a girl what her vital stats were. I used to ask her. And sometimes they would answer. Sometimes they would ask me why. I'd be like, I'm trying to buy you this dress. I see this dress. I think it's a nice dress. It might look good on you. What's your favorite color? And I'm just going to see if this dress is fit for you when we meet up. They'll be like, oh, you don't have to buy it. I'll be like, no, it's okay. I mean, it's not really expensive. So, it'll be a gift. It'll be like a good gesture. And then they would tell me, right? Let's say, for example, it was like a 34, 26, 28, whatever it may be. I don't know vital stats off the top of my head. But let's say it was 34, 24, 28 or some shit like that. I would literally have to ask if it was a 34 A or B. I would literally ask A or B. And then she's like, oh, how do you know that? I mean, that's a question that I ask a lot. And especially when I'm familiar with if I've seen your pictures and I kind of feel like you fit the bill, I gotta ask. And I'm gonna try to ask in the most respectful way humanly possible, because why do you want to be a jackass? Why do you want to draw attention to the body part that I'm probably getting the most attention for? So I try not to do it. I remember asking one girl and she said she didn't know. And I was like, I mean, how the hell you gonna go to a bra shop and not know what your size is? It's not like you can go in there and try them shits on. They ain't gonna let you try them on, so you gotta know. But yeah, I used to do that shit back in the day. Anyway, yeah, that's my favorite question. If you want to figure out the answer, you gotta ask the question. My man Earl said he was like that in Singapore. All right, my man 010 says you can find 70-year-old men going to AC to partake in the festivities. It is a revelation when you see grown-ass men going there, but I don't care. Like I said, y'all can have AC, man. I do very well in other areas, so you can keep that. I'm not going to fight you for it. I will never fight you for Angeles City. I mean, you guys can go there all you want. I will never fight you for it. Keep it. Matter of fact, I sign it over to you right now, man. If I owned it, keep it. I don't need it. I'm happy where I be, and you should be too. My man Lamont says, how can you move to the Philippines in the process? Because I was in Malate last year. Moving to the Philippines is pretty easy process, man. I mean, what do? You come in on the 30-day stamp, then you renew the visa the first time, and then the second time you renew, you have to get the tourist visa card. Then you can extend for up to like 6 months. It's pretty easy, actually. Just come to the country, make sure you pay on time, don't overstay, you be all right. My man Charlie says it's only right to give her a little something, something. True that. That's the way I feel, Chaz. 100%. My man Tim A says after breakfast or dinner, perhaps you can go back or 2 scoops. Go back for a scoop or 2. Yeah, you're right. You 100% right. Oh my God. A Filipina, beautiful young lady with food on her stomach, man, she be happy in a motherfucker. All you gotta do is feed them sometimes. That's all it takes, man. A little food on their stomach, they be happy. Oh, they be happy. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, ladies. Let's not get our panties in a bunch. I'm just saying. A little food on their stomach, they get real comfortable. They get real comfortable then. That's why I think it's better to try to go for it after they've already been fed or already got something heavy on or something nice on their stomach. They more than willing to be a little bit friendly to you then. But we'll see. My man Pedro says, man, working nice, but got to hear the good. I appreciate you coming through, man. Spending a week in Davao in October. Appreciate that. You said I'll pay to get rid of someone. I'm pretty sure that's the way the game goes. Sometimes you got to, man. Sometimes you got to part ways with that cash flow just to get some new hoes, man. Again, 010, I appreciate the super chat, man. Any of y'all want to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. Get the likes up. But the good doc is happy that you come through, spend just a little bit of time with him today. Nayon Den. My man Carlton Banks, man, long time no see, bro. He says you should have broke that chick off. I be breaking them off, man. I ain't rude. Doc's got a heart. Shit. Oh, Oh, you mean the girl that I didn't hit? I'm sorry, man. I couldn't do it, man. Sometimes you gotta know when to say no. I kind of felt bad though. She came all that way though. That was my only hang up. She came all that way to basically get some. I mean, that's the truth. Let's be honest. She came all that way to get some, man. I couldn't do it, man. Do I feel bad? Yes. Would I do it again? I would. I've mastered the word no now, or getting pictures and all of that in advance before you make that dramatic switch. Gotta make sure you're right. My man said it's only $3. Give her 15 US and let her go. Yeah, it could have been 15, but I'm good with. See, that's the thing, though. I'm good with solid numbers, man. I wouldn't give no 780 pages. I probably get maybe 3, 4. Give her even numbers, like a 500 or some shit like that. Give her even numbers. 780. He's like, hey, baby, do you got change for 100? Oh, yo, just give me a 20. I'll give you 800. So you can't really ask for change, but I'm just fucking around. But that's kind of how it goes. You just give them what you got, man. Throw in a couple of 20s and some 50s in between that stack so that, they got change and shit. Don't give them a 500. Don't give them a 500 and be like, yeah, here you go. And the reason you don't do that is because it's a little dangerous to do that. It's a little dangerous because it's hard for them to make change. And even in taxis, I mean, Jesus, you wouldn't give a taxi driver 500 because they damn sure gonna act like they ain't got no change for that. My man Elgo says, Dr. Mike, women rarely give men that extra consideration. They will tell you to your face whatever disgusts them. They really don't care. I'm good. I'm Mr. Cuddy Pote. I really don't give a fuck. Damn. I mean, after I hit it, I mean, no disrespect, but after I'm good, after I caught that nut, baby, I could give a fuck what you think about me then. Cause you know what? You can't take back the fact that you let me hit it, bitch. Can't take that back, can you? I could be an asshole, all kinds of shit after I get that nut, man. I'm happy, man. Shit. I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'll be nice about it. I'll tell her, baby, I'm sorry you feel that way. I mean, I wish that it could be different. I truly do. But I really liked you, and I didn't want this to be about money. I'll be evil as fuck, man. But I'm good. My man Rayman says, oh, she gets the credit even if I typed it first. Oh, Rayman, you did get it first. I'm sorry. You got it. I'm sorry. When it popped up, Melissa's name popped up first. Don't ask me why her name came up before yours, but y'all both get the credit, Mr. Cuddy Pote. I am. Rayman, I ain't going to leave you hanging. My bad, bro. I did bigger up because I haven't seen Melissa in forever, so big shout out to my girl, Melissa. Appreciate you coming through. Hemi says, I like your idea of asking them if they need something. You're not asking them how much where they could give you a big number. Yes, if they need anything. Melissa, I miss you, girl. Don't when you come through, man, I got a smile on my face. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, you give them you don't give them a number. You just ask them if they need something. Something doesn't give definitive answer. True. Tim says, Doc, we call that break a little salt. It is general principle, man. That's my new general principle, but a lot of people don't live by that rule. A lot of people think that if they don't ask, you ain't got to give. Kind of like don't ask, don't tell, right? If they don't ask, I ain't giving. Nah, it shouldn't be that way. Just a little bit. Damn, man. Ain't enough to break the bank, motherfucker. Just give her something to keep her on her toes. Just give her a little bit to, make her not feel like this motherfucker just hit, got with me, but he ain't gonna make sure I'm good. That's fucked up. The same rules apply do apply for freelancers if that's how you want to feel. My man Ed, what's good with you, bro? Tim says the low-hanging fruit doesn't get enough sun. Fruit at the top is overripe. Look in the middle. Agreed, man. Rainman says, Dr. Mike, I visited Davao from Monday to Thursday at the end of July. Man, the clubs were closed on Mondays and Tuesday night. What's up with that? If you haven't noticed, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Don't take this the wrong way, but Davao City is not really known for its bars. Like, its dance clubs, it ain't really known for that, man. Unfortunately, I put it to you this way. Davao City lives by the old school rules. So, this may hurt some people's feelings, but let me be real with y'all, okay? I'll be real with you. you got to go out and put in work if you want to try to meet girls in Davao City. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You actually have to try. You have to make an effort to meet girls in Davao City because, like, the titty bars, they're not really known for that. Like, the bars in Davao City, with all due respect, this is my city, my love, my first love, my last love, but they suck. Okay, the bars in Davao City absolutely suck. I mean, you have Club Echelon, like a little dance club, a little meetup spot. That's really a good place to like talk and meet people. But if you're talking about bars where you can actually watch girls do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight, that's not what Davao's known for, man. That is far from what Davao is known for. So I hate to burst your bubble and hurt your feelings, but if you're looking for like a quick fix, you gotta drive around to find it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the girls that are gonna provide that quick fix, I promise you this, you gotta be desperate to hit them bitches. No disrespect, ladies. No disrespect. I love y'all to death, but to to fuck with the women of the nightlife in Davao City, the underground hoes, them freelancers that you'll find over there at Central Bank, like that video I showed y'all probably didn't see him very well because it was a little dark, but to make that move and to make that dedication, you gotta be desperate, bro. You gotta really need a nut to go that far. You gonna need a real nut if you gonna touch that butt because it ain't the prettiest, my dude. It is not pretty at all. It is not. It is not the way to go. You may be lucky. I swear to God, if you drive around long enough, you might get lucky. You just might get lucky. I mean, you might get lucky to find one that may tickle your pickle. I mean, just one. But I mean, you may have to drive around that son bitch probably 3, 4, 5, 10 times before you actually find the one to really get you right. So if you come into Davao to go about the bar scene and hook up with freelancers, this is not really the city for that. You're going to actually have to put in some work to get with some girls here. I'm sorry. I guess that's why I've learned to use my mouth a little bit more. That's why I've talked so damn much. I've learned that I can't get away with the simple shit anymore. I mean, you can still meet them through online, maybe a Tinder date or a date in Asia or Filipino Cupid or whatever. You can still meet them that way, of course. But if you really want to try to get with a girl like real quick, you better set it up before you come because the bar scenes aren't really satisfactory. And of course, Rain Man, you mentioned it, the curfews in Davao suck. Oh my God. It used to be 2 a.m. Now it's 1 a.m. What is wrong with that? That's just trying to keep you people safe, man. Davao City is a conservative city. It's weird. It's a weirdly conservative city, but it doesn't bother me. And the reason it doesn't bother me is that's not my life. You understand? That's not my life. That's not my lifestyle. I told my girl the other day, how would she feel if I wanted to go to Angeles City? And she looked like she wanted to kill me. I was like, babe, I said, what would you be okay if I go to Angeles City just to like do some recording and stuff like that? Because I had the idea. I was like, man, I can go to AC, but I can film around Walking Street so people get an idea of what is outside of Walking fucking Street. You understand? Because there's probably plenty going on. But tell me how many people show you the scene outside of Walking Street, right? That was my whole plan. She like, boy, you done lost your damn mind. She said, no. Yeah, Banco Central freelancers, you got to be desperate to touch them bitches. And I love my freelancers over there at Central Bank. I think they out there trying to make a living too, but you got to be desperate to touch them hoes. I'm sorry. They scare me. I look at them, I'm like, bro, you got to be desperate to touch them girls, bro. But you're right, Tim. The top fruit, they're too ripe. And they spoil quick, but the ones that are low hanging don't get a lot of sun, so they're underripe and not as cute. Yeah, okay. I feel you. Rain Man, you were talking about the clubs shutting down at midnight. The alcohol in Davao, they stopped serving it at midnight and clubs are closed at 1 a.m. You talk about fuck Davao. Are you kidding me? Don't even talk about my city, bro. Hey, my city. I'll be talking about my shitty. Don't get blocked here. You know I'm still sensitive about people who talk about my shit, cuz. But yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. It's a conservative city. You actually have to do work to get girls in Davao. So yeah, don't be worried about it. I mean, like I said, Rain Man, what you explain right here is the reason nobody comes here, which is why the doc uses it as his own personal playground. This is my sandbox. I don't like sharing my sand in my sandbox. Shit, y'all don't come here anyways because y'all want to go about the club scene. Like I said, I push everybody towards AC. Y'all can have that. I'm good. Because you don't necessarily have to go to a bar to find a girl who's willing to be open to doing some things with you. You don't have to go to the bar for that. You don't have to go to the bar for that. You can have fun without all that. My man Pedro says, we're gonna have to throw. He said, I'm gonna have to throw my own party. Oh, I'm good for that. Oh, don't let me throw my own party. First, actually, I'm sorry. I can throw a good party, but it ain't gonna be at my place. I don't like people in my personal space. That shit make me uncomfortable. I gotta hide too much shit, but I don't mind putting together something to make things happen because I get it cracking where I'm from. B. I love what I do, bro. I love what I do, and I love my city, and I'll never turn my back on Davao City. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I've been to other places, and I think other places are awesome, but Davao City is what I call home, man. That's where my blood, that's where my loyalty lies, and there's just nothing that's gonna shift that. I've had fun in other places, but I can't, I can't put my loyalty in another place. You'll never hear me big up another place in the Philippines more than I big up Davao City. My man 010 says, so why is Davao more conservative? The history? Well, Davao is pretty much a predominantly, like my man San Juan, it is a Muslim influenced area. The Mindanao area is predominantly Muslim, probably more Muslim than it is Christian. And that does play a part, but ultimately, I just think that that's pretty much the way that it's always been. It could be historical as well. Yeah, and then Banco Central freelancers. Leave them girls alone. They trying to make a living too. I ain't mad at them for slanging that old used whatever they got going on, that old used box that they got. Look, everybody needs love too, Craig. You don't be playing. They are the baby D's of the Philippines. If you guys have never seen Next Friday, you guys need to watch Next Friday, the Ice Cube movie. When he talk about baby D, and they are the baby D's of the Philippines. And if you don't get that connection, it's kind of fucked up because I'm just having my own inside joke. But that's how I feel, man. I kind of feel like, they the baby D's of the Philippines. You can Google it and you can see what baby D look like if you don't know what I'm talking about. Pedro says Davao might be BYOL. Is that bring your own lotion? I don't know what that means, bro. Does BYOL stand for bring my own lotion? Yes, HT did fuck y'all up saying fuck Davao City until he came and he realized it wasn't all that bad. My man Tim says, I heard they shut down the hot spots in Angeles. Hey, man, shit, they need to leave them spots alone. Them foreigners need places to go. Shit. They need to leave them foreigner spots alone. Shit. They ain't gonna start creeping into my city. I'm good, bro. I'm straight. Pedro, he said Doc has a woman. Why not playing in that sandbox anymore? Look, man. Look. My sandbox is my sandbox, goddammit. I done carved out my little corner and I'm happy, okay? I'm not greedy. I just got my own little section in the sandbox now. Before, I had the whole damn sandbox, but now I just got my little section. Now, the thing about my little section is I'm comfortable in my little section. But the problem is still nobody coming to the sandbox. So it's still technically, it's still my whole sandbox because I got my little corner and I'm cool with my corner. But I got the whole damn sandbox and still ain't nobody playing in it. You know what I'm saying? I can invite friends to come over and kick it, but nobody want to come play in the sandbox. Nobody want to play in Davao City. I mean, Davao City's fun as fuck. I mean, it's not fun for everybody. I mean, if you're a party life, if that's your life, I'm gonna probably say Davao is probably your last option for a party lifestyle. It's more quiet and more relaxed, and I'm good with that. Like I said, man, what kind of dude would I be if I partied every night and I got a girl and shit? That shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, we could go to the club together, but I mean, still, shit's kind of boring. Shit. I love my girl, but I don't want to go to the bar with her because, that's how shit happens, man. That's how shit happens. Can you imagine going to a club and somebody try to hit up on your girl? Come on, man. You think I'm gonna let that shit happen? Like, really? You think I'm just gonna be cool with that? I might sit back and watch what happens, but ultimately, you put your hands on mine, I'm gonna have to put my hands on yours, and I'm like, boy, man, I just can't do it because my energy level for a club is just not the way it used to be. I'm too old for that shit. I've never gotten into a bar fight, and I don't plan on getting into one. So I'd rather just not go. Unless we're with a group of friends. If we're with a group, then that's a whole different bit. My man Rayman says, I hung out more in Tagum than in Davao. My friends are in Tagum. Tagum isn't that much better than Davao. I mean, Tagum's cool because there's no alcohol ban or anything like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like Tagum, actually. Tagum has that mall, the Robinsons Mall. It's a big mall, but there's not really anything taking up the spaces in there, which is why I'm afraid it might fail. That sucks. Shout out to the homie Jay Jones. I see you in the building, bro. Appreciate you coming through. My man Rayman says, you stayed at the Red Planet. Red Planet is good, though. He says, my friends insisted that I stay at their house and tag them. I did see Tim Tebow's Cure Hospital near Red Planet. Yeah, the Tebow Cure Hospital. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, they were doing construction on it recently, on the emergency center part, but I think they got it taken care of. I pray they did. But yeah, I like the Tebow Hospital. It's pretty nice. I've never used it because I don't know why I would need it. I thought it was like a children's hospital at first. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. Doc's off the chain. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm back up to 30 people watching me. That's what's up. Shout out to all 30 of you watching me, showing love to the good doc. Make sure you get the likes up on the video. I would highly appreciate that. If you guys haven't already, pledge to the good doc over there on Patreon, man. I got some good shit over there. Content that I do not put on YouTube. I repeat, the content that I do not put on YouTube, I put it on my Patreon. All I ask is $5 a month for the masterclass, which is awesome as fuck. You guys have no idea until you've actually gone over there and checked out the videos. But those videos are pretty awesome. Plus, I got some content over there on the regular Patreon, which is $2 or $4 a month, whichever is at your discretion. You know, it's up to you guys. Bahalaka. If you guys want to check out the ebooks, they're listed in the link in the description there below. Those are awesome. The BOOTYLOO Chronicles is the best book ever written. You guys know that. Best book of 2019, probably the best book of 2020. But y'all gonna y'all would love that book if you ever read it. So if you haven't checked out the BOOTYLOO Chronicles, please feel free to do so. Listed in the link in the description area below. Plus, all my other shit should be listed there. I got an Instagram. I just barely post on it, but I got one. So you guys can follow me over there if you want to ask me personal questions. I'm active over there. I'm just not active at posting. So if you guys message me there, I will respond. Email, Facebook, you know, I got all that shit. Like my Facebook page, that's listed in the link too. So yeah, man, we're good to go, people. But yeah, the Tim Tebow Hospital is pretty cool, man. It is a children's hospital. I don't see a lot of people in there, though. I never really seen a lot of people go to that hospital. But yeah. All right, Pedro, man. You better come scope out the city, man. The scene is pretty dope, man. I love it here. No doubt. He says, I don't do clubs anymore. I throw my own stuff and invite people. I feel you. Like I tell you guys, before you come to Davao, I do want you to try to, cast out the, like my pops used to tell me, you got to cast that rod out there and see who bites. That's what they used. That was the formal saying for it. You know, cast your rod out there, not your penis. I'm just saying your rod, like, throw a couple lines out there in the sea and see what bites. Throw a couple messages at a couple of ladies, Facebook, whatever you're using at this particular moment in time. See what's happening. I do believe that will be to your benefit. Be to your benefit. Shout out to my man, Mr. Smith, man. Long time no see, G. Appreciate you coming through. Rayman says the club scene is too loud for me now. I guess my age is catching up to me. I hate the club. I never liked the club. I never been a club guy. I'll go if it's a group thing, but you really got to force me out. Matter of fact, I've been to the club probably twice, and I went with a friend the first time. And I'm only going if I'm invited, because I can't really see myself doing it by myself ever. Unless I'm going there to specifically film some stuff, that's different. But for the most part, I don't see myself going to any clubs anytime soon, just willingly, just because I feel like going. There has to be a specific purpose for why I'm going to go. Mr. Smith says, I gave up $500 for a girl to go away last week. That does not sound like a bad idea. $500. I'll do those numbers any day of the week. I'll do those numbers any day of the week. $500 is enough to take an L on. Like I said, I'll take the $10 loss, whatever. Sometimes they just gotta go, boo. Sometimes they gotta go. Ain't hurt my feeling. Yeah, Rayman, it is a children's hospital. Like I said, I don't see too many Filipino children going there, though. I see a lot more going to the local hospital, the Davao City Medical Center, or the SPMC, which is now Southern Philippines Medical Center. They changed it. I don't know why they changed the name, but it's something like that now. Shout out to my brother from another, Mr. Frederick Mason from the great state of North Kakalaki. You know how we doing this, bitch. Shout out to my home state, my people repping my home state. Appreciate y'all coming through. My man 010 says, what is the Christian to Muslim ratio in Davao City? Fuck. Shit, that's a good question. I don't know the exact ratio because I literally never cared, but I want to say it's close to. It's not even. But I don't believe that in Davos. Well, fuck, that's a hard thing to say because I don't want to say that it's predominantly Muslim. I don't want to say that it's literally like Muslims have taken over. But if you speak about the Davao region, like the region in Mindanao, yeah, it is predominantly Muslim. But if you talk about specifically Davao City, like specifically just the city part, fuck, I would probably say, honestly, if I had to give a number, just being fucking funny and just throwing out a number, I would say 3-1, maybe 3-1 every. There's 3 Muslim people for every 1 Christian. 3-1. That sounds a bit off, but fuck it. If I had to give a general expectation, that would probably be it. My man Raymond says next time I go to Davao, it will be from Wednesday to Sunday instead of Monday to Thursday. Yeah, Club Echelon on the weekend on a Friday. It's pretty dope. I'd give it a try. You also said I walked by the Southern Philippines Medical Center and it was packed. Lots of poor patients go there because it's a public hospital. Yes, it's because it's public, and it's because if they are seen at that hospital, they are likely to receive help from the government. Like they can write letters to receive help for certain health care from the mayor and vice mayor from the government office, and normally they're granted depending on what the cause is and all that shit. So yeah, SPMC, bruh, that place always packed. I go to Davao Doc myself if I ever get sick. I go to Davao Doctors for consultations and the whole nine. SPMC is too packed. There's a Brickenshire Hospital I think is weird. It's too far and it's dark there. It's like old and weird. And then there's San Pedro Hospital. I don't care. But my shit is Davao Doctors. I think they are probably the more professional, and this is gonna sound probably inaccurate, but it's probably the most Western hospital you could possibly come across in Davao City, and that's a stretch. It's a stretch to say that, but it's true. I mean, it's probably the best hospital in my area, Davao Doctors Hospital. I trust that place over any other place, no doubt in my mind. All right. Unless you guys got anything to say or you want to add to it, the doc is going to let you guys go on about your business because I'm going to go on about mine. Look like we've been on for about an hour and 20 minutes. That seems long enough. You know, maybe I'll give it the extra 10 minutes to make it to 10, and then I'll let you guys go on about your business. But if you guys have anything else you want to ask me before I cut out for the evening, please feel free to do so. If you guys want to know anything about the Good Doc before I close this particular live stream, let it be known. I'll give you guys my final thoughts after I shout out everybody. And we do our thing, man. My man's name is Plan Pot Strategies or Strategize. He says in the Philippines, are the clubs for older people 35 and older? No, there's no club for the older crowd. I mean, I think that you'll have fun, but they play more modern music. If you're not up with the modern music or that's nothing that you're interested in, it probably will be a waste of your time. Now, if you find your way to the dance club, this is funny. If you're able to find a dance club, they usually play a lot of the old school music, like and I'm not saying 35 is old, but they play like that super old school music at these clubs and shit. But yeah, and then some. Okay. But yeah, I mean, you might have fun still. I would give it a chance, see what you feel about it. If you get a good vibe for it, all good. But if it's not your steez, man, don't worry about it. Mr. Smith says, what do you do when you like a girl but finds that she is absolutely garbage in bed? Are you asking me to make a video on that, or are you asking my personal opinion? Fuck it. I'll give you my opinion. There's no need to make a video on that because people are going to start to get in their feelings. You know, these girls are going to come around all sensitive and shit. So let me just give you my answer. You ask one more time. What do you do when you like a girl but find that she's absolutely garbage in bed? You got two options. You can either say, baby girl, this shit ain't gonna work, or you can try to teach her to do what you want her to do, or try to teach her to, do the things that you like. I'm not gonna say it's gonna work that easy, but you can train her. Yeah, my man Earl Owens, you hit the nail on the head. You can train her. That's true. But you do. I'm not gonna lie though. You do have some young ladies that are just I call them the dead. I call it dead fish syndrome, and it's not a smelly thing. I'm not saying it like that, but you got those girls that just lay around and shit. It's just like no energy. It's like, damn, bitch, you could at least, I don't know, try. I've had that happen before. It's really disappointing. It kind of makes you uninterested. I mean, the thing is, if you're single, and this is just a girl that you're linking up with, you really like her, you can be open with her. I'd be open and honest with her and tell her, look, I wish that, you could give a little bit more energy to what we're doing. I mean, I want our intimate moments to be, special, and I'm not feeling like you're into it like I am or some shit like that. So, are you willing and open to try new things and shit like that? I'd ask. I mean, because the last thing you want to do is just hook up with a girl that just lays on her back all the time. That's just fucking depressing. I mean, there ain't no fun in that. I mean, the reason that you get with girls is because you can experiment, do fun shit. I mean, every time you do it, it's the same fucking position. It's like that shit gonna get old and played real fast. So, you can make an effort to try to get her involved, or you can let it be, man. Just say, nah, I ain't doing that shit again. I mean, you got two options. You can say yay or you can say nay. All right. Pedro, man, I'm glad you're enjoying the masterclass, B. The good shit is yet to come, man. The good shit is yet to come. I appreciate you showing love over there, man. I'm glad that you're a part of the team over there. My man, plan, plot, strategize. You got to give me a name, bro, because I can't keep saying that whole name. Tell me what you want me to call you. You say, what is the best way for us older guys to meet women in the Philippines? The same way the younger guys do. The same way the younger guys do. I personally think you could just go to your nearest mall. You hear people say this all the time, but it's true. Go to your nearest mall. Just walk around. I personally think, and this has always been my keynote. You've heard me say this before, I'll say it again. I kind of feel like if you're scared or nervous, or you're really just trying to get comfortable talking to Filipinas in person as opposed to meeting them online and on computers and shit like that, talk to girls that work in the customer service industry, mainly because their job is to customer service, right? So they're naturally supposed to be nice to you. So I mean, you're not actually trying to hook up with them. Sometimes you are, but it's easier for you to talk to girls like that. And if that's just what you need to get started and boost your confidence, talk to your Starbucks barista. How are you doing today? They'll talk back to you. It's a beautiful day here in the Philippines. Just got here, whatever. You can strike up a small conversation with them. Don't take up all their time. They got a job to do. But if you want to just spark a conversation, and if you feel like it's something you want to do, just say, maybe I could, text you sometime when you get off work, or maybe what time do you get off work? Can I text you when you finish? To indicate that you want their number. Quick start, see Doc dropping gems, just something quick, so that's what I do when if you're trying to just get your footing, and you don't know how to approach certain women. And it could be hard though, especially if you have good English and their English may not be as good as yours, of course. Could be a little bit of a struggle. But I kind of think that talking to girls that work in the customer service industry, your sales ladies in the malls, the ones that work in the kiosks in the middle of the mall, I'll ask them a question about whatever they're selling, just to spark a quick conversation. It'll give you it'll make you comfortable talking with Filipinos. So when you do approach the ones that you want, you have a better way of approaching the situation. That's kind of what I do, if that makes sense. I don't know, but yeah, that's me. So that doesn't matter what age you are. I mean, 35 and older, I'm pretty much in and around that age. I'm above 30, so I kind of feel where you're coming from. You may have a difference in a way of how you want to approach these women and whatnot. So 35 and older, I kind of feel like that's a golden age for a Filipina, because I still think they have fuck, that's just me because I like older Filipinos, but I kind of feel like about 35, they're at that age where they're really trying to settle down and really trying to find somebody. And you being 35 in the same, I mean, that's pretty much a good area to try to meet women, find women in that age range. I think they're more willing to open up to you a little bit more willing than your younger ones would be. The naiveness and the immaturity can definitely get on your nerves. Unless they're money hungry, then they know that they gotta lay down and spread their legs. No disrespect, to get what they need. But you got to realize that's a money situation, and that's all it will ever be. So yeah, just my thoughts, man. Whether you're 37, 38, 39, 40, you meet women no different than the other guys do. I've seen guys in their 40s just sparking up conversations with girls in the mall. They're weird as fuck though. They're like really goober like. They're really corny. But I was like, you know what, man, gotta do what a man gotta do. Cause I was once that guy. That's kind of how I feel. I said I was probably there once before my damn self. So until I got it right, until I figured out what worked best for me, you just gotta, have conversation and make it work for yourself. But yeah, to meet women, whether you're, for the older, to meet if you're an older guy, like I said, you can meet them in the mall. I recommend online too. I still think online is a good tool if you utilize it well. That's what I'll tell you. Online is definitely a good tool if you utilize it well. Okay. Mr. Smith says at the age of 37, she would have been better. That's true. I mean, like I said, man, that just laying around in the bed shit, that shit depresses me. It's not even fun anymore, man. That shit make your dick go soft. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna just be honest, man. That shit make your dick go soft. Like, damn, no energy. Like, this is just depressing. It kind of makes you feel sad that you're in the same room with her. It's kind of like, honest to God, if it went down that way, it's almost like you want to kick her out once you're done. Once you catch a nut, you just like, it's just, girl, you gotta go, boo. You gotta go. I said, this was just the worst. And the only reason I hit is because you were here and I was already in the act. But I almost lost it there, dear. I almost lost it. But you do have some that are too energetic. Motherfuckers go hard and you be like, damn, girl, can you stop jumping up and down on my shit like that? That shit kind of hurts, bitch. Damn. You do have those types. You gotta be careful with those types. They'll try to break your shit off and take it home with her. Trust me, those girls do exist. Pop a Molly and watch that girl go to work. Even though I say no to drugs, people say no to drugs. He said she was like a spider on Red Bull. She was like something, man. All right, Doc's done said his truth. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Get the likes up on the video. I know I talk a lot of shit, but I'm just being real, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give you let me get my shout outs real quick and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Anything you want to add, please feel free to do so at the end. So, let me turn my shit down. All right, Mr. Smith, man, much love to you, family. The homie Rain, man. See you guys. Plan, plot, and strategize. That is my business model. Appreciate you coming through. Earl Owens, my boy Pedro. Appreciate the love on the masterclass, man. I'm really putting in a serious effort for that shit. I want that shit to be really good. I really want to put in my best work on the masterclass. So I appreciate you as long as you guys enjoy it. My boy 010, thank you for the love and support, man. If I miss you, leave your name down at the bottom. I'll give you a shout out before I get out. My boy Frederick Mason from the great state of North Carolina. Much love to you, family. Jay Jones, I see you in the building. My boy Raymond, man. If I didn't get you, I'm getting you now. Tim H, much love to you, family. Sam Juan, always a pleasure to see you in the building, my dude. Melissa, good to see you, baby. Thank you for being here. Ed, much love to you. Heminger, good to see you in the building. My people are back. Good to see you guys here. El Ghost, my boy Channel 19. Carlton Banks, good to see you, man. Dante Will, appreciate you coming through and showing love. My boy Chaz Sullivan in the building. Appreciate y'all coming through. Lamont Taylor, appreciate you being here, my G. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Daniel Tanner, appreciate you. Hayes, always good to see you here, baby. Thank you for showing some love to the good doc and helping to support him in his unorthodox way of thinking when it comes to giving money to females. I'll give you my final thoughts when I'm done, which I probably summed it up already, but still, I'll do it again just for the sake of the video. My man Curtis Usher, man, much love to you. Raphael Williams, what's good with your family? Leo Faison, much love to you guys. Mr. Pissed Off Bus Driver, hope I could put a smile on your face, my dude. Don't always need to be pissed off, but it's all good. Jason Harris, man, much love to you, my G. Thank you for coming through and showing love to the good doc, and thank you for coming to the Philippines on my recommendation, man. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I didn't know that it was actually me that encouraged you to come here, but I'm glad that if I did play any part in that, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming through, and I hope that you have fun, and I hope that you come back again, man, and enjoy some more. Brian K, much love to you, family. Eddie Jackson, my homeboy, much love to you, man. The game is to be sold and not to be told, my G. Much love to you. One of the best things you ever told me. And that's it, man. I think that I touched everybody in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. I hope that I did. If there's any comments, questions, or concerns, if you guys have anything you want to ask me, please feel free to do so. I guess we're gonna be running through to the next live stream probably tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, probably Sunday-ish. Figure it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. It has been real, but of course, the good doc is officially out. At least Nako, which means I'm going out. But as always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita, mabuhay. Deuces.